Hey guys, it's all around Danny. In this video showing you guys how to solve a different type of matrix equation. So if you remember my last tutorial, the type of matrix equation that we were solving involved adding and subtracting matrices to get x on either side. So you would have a matrix here and then a matrix here, and then we would simply subtract this matrix on both sides to get x. Or of course a variation of this, let's say we multiplied the matrix or x or the other matrix times the number. I just put 3 because it just came up to mind. And then of course you would multiply and then minus and then multiply and then minus. But in this case what we're going to do is that we're going to multiply a matrix by x in order to get the answer on the other side. So in this case, you might think that what you're going to do is that you're going to divide. The equation would look like this. You might think that you're going to have to divide the matrix that's multiplied by x on both sides to get x to cancel out, and then you get your answer. But the problem with that is that when it comes to matrices, you cannot divide matrices. What you have to do is that you have to find the inverse of a matrix and then multiply it by the matrix on the other side. So that's exactly what we're going to do here. We are going to find the inverse of this matrix and multiply it by that matrix. So of course, to find the inverse of this matrix, we're going to have to find the determinant first. So what we're going to do is that we're going to multiply diagonally -1 times 3, and then minus the other diagonal, which is 6 times 0. So this would be -3 minus 0. So our determinant would be 3. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to put it as the denominator of a fraction. So it'll be 1/3. Let me erase this to make more space. And now we're going to multiply 1/3 to every element of a revised version of our matrix. So what we're going to do to revise this matrix is we're going to switch the order of these two elements. Here we go right here, -1 will go right here, and then multiply these two elements by -1, so this would be -6 and 0. And now we can multiply -1/3 into every element. So this is kind of really hard to track. I'm sorry about this, you guys, but this is how it turned out. So I'm going to write the answer here. I'm going to have arrows everywhere so you guys know where I'm going, so you guys can follow me. So -1/3 times 3 is -1. 0 times -1/3 is simply 0. -1/3 times -6 is 2. -1/3 times -1 is 1/3. So now I'm going to erase this to give myself more space. So now what we would do is that we would simply multiply this by this. And of course our inverse matrix has to go first because multiplication is not commutative. So if you do this times this, you would get a different answer. In fact, you wouldn't be able to multiply it in this case. So we're going to multiply this to get x. So now, of course, we would do rows times columns. So it would be the first element of the first row, first element of the first column, -1 times -9, plus 0 times -3, which is 0. Well, let me write it out just so you guys can see. And then second column times, of course, the first row because there's no more rows. Second row times the first column because there's no more columns. I keep getting the rows and columns mixed up. Pardon me, guys. Remember, rows are left and right. Columns go up and down. So now it would be 2 times -9 plus 1/3 times -3. And then our answer would equal, let me give myself some room here. Our answer would equal the following. It would be -1 times -4. It would simply be 4. 0 times -3. It would be 0. Did I think that was a 4? Wow, my handwriting needs to improve. Pardon me. This is a 9. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Now, -1 times -9, it would be 9. plus 0 times negative 3, it would just be 0. And then here it would be 2 times negative 9, negative 18, plus 1/3 times negative 3, it would be negative 1. So then our final answer, let me give myself more room once again. Our final answer, you guys should be writing this down as I go if you guys can't keep track, because I will be erasing it. My videos I always erase because I don't have enough room. Sorry about that. And then this would equal 9 and negative 19. And that would be x. So that's really it when it comes to this type of matrix equation. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.